right, so getting on with my time here. One of the things that I've been telling myself for the past 48 hours is this: I'm not sick, I'm not broken, my body isn't revolting on me. I am 100% in control of my destiny and in control of who I want to be as a person. And so I am pretty much centering my life on that right now. What I need is not to sit here in a state where I'm telling myself that I'm flared up, where I am sitting there and telling myself that my body's revolting on me. I am done with that. I'm moving on, and I am going to push forward with my life and push forward with my plan to get better. So I'll talk to you about that over this video. But first, I'm gonna All right, guys, so I'm about to head over to jiu-jitsu, and I have been getting messages from a lot of people about these videos that I'm doing. And there's a lot of people out there who are suffering, a lot of people out there who've been dealing with something like this for a long time. And people are reaching out to me and letting me know that what I'm doing here is helping them to get by. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate those messages. Like I've said all along, this isn't about me telling you what to do, right? I'm not here trying to give you the best diet, the best training routine, the best anything to beat this disease, because you can't beat this disease, right? It's not curable. What we can do is we can figure out how to live with it. And that's my intent here. And it's kind of like I said earlier, I've been in this kind of phase in my mind where I've been constantly talking about the fact that I was sick, the fact that my body's rebelling against me, the fact that I'm struggling with this thing. And what I want you guys to know and what I want you guys to understand is that I'm done with the idea of being sick. I'm done with the idea of being handicapped somehow. I'm done with the idea of being victimized somehow, because I'm not a fucking victim. You're not a victim. We're not victims, right? Victims are people who had some sort of wrong done to them, right? And the thing is this, right? Genetics aren't fair, right? Genetics aren't fair. But at the end of the day, we've all got to work with the cards we're given. And there are people in this world who struggle so much, right? People who are starving to death, people who have lived their entire lives in poverty, and people in certain parts of this planet where, because they're a certain sex, they're not allowed to read, not allowed to pursue an education, and not allowed to do a lot of things. In a lot of ways, we're lucky. We're lucky to live in the time and place that we live in. I'm so lucky to be in this time and place where this disease is not going to necessarily be fatal, right? I am so lucky to live in a place with modern plumbing where I could be around a toilet all the time, right? And we take that stuff for granted. You know, and luckily I've had experiences in my life through the Marine Corps and through other challenges and tribulations that I've been through where I can put all this stuff into perspective. But again, the focus here is on life, living your life, doing everything you can to make the most of your time here on this planet. Well, we don't get to be here forever. We don't. And I say this all the time to my veteran followers. If you haven't been watching or listening to the Warrior Soul podcast, I definitely suggest you do. But I say this all the time, you know, 100 years from now, every single one of us is going to be dead. I'm going to be dead. You're going to be dead. Your friends, your family, everybody who knew you is going to be dead. And if you're lucky, there'll be stories about you, maybe some anecdotes or something like that, but it's probably likely that there won't. You know, within 25 to 50 years, our memories will fade and we'll have our tombstones. And that's kind of morbid to think about, but think about it like this. It's a motivating factor. It means that, number one, you got no reason to hesitate in life. Number two, anything that you think you might be embarrassed about, well, it doesn't really matter. So what's the point of that? That means that you need to put every ounce you can into living the life you want. If you've got the disease, if you've got another problem that's bugging you, well, make sure that you're not using that as an excuse to not be your best, to not live an amazing life, and never, ever consider yourself a victim. Keep moving forward, keep fighting, and I'll be back at you soon with another video.